and welcome back to my channel.
Well, you can't dictate my pace like the old people say. You can't study people who go help you when you're back against the wall. You can't study people who go pick you up in case you fall. If they don't like you, then you're doing something right. Just keep on doing it, doing it. Let them respect you for sweat.
I'm starting with a fully washed face, so I am going to go in with my trusted Nivea. Like, I don't have a moisturizer simply because, like I said, I don't believe in moisturizing. But if it's the case of me going out, we're in the Caribbean, like I said, the sun's always hot, so it's always summer here. So I know that I'm going to be out for at least 6 hours, so I want to make sure that my makeup doesn't look cakey. I don't start sweating it away and all of that. So I'm literally going to show you guys what I do to secure my makeup for at least up to 6 hours. Like, I haven't worn makeup for more than 6 hours, so I can never testify to a makeup saying they last 8 hours or they last 24 hours or they last whatever. I don't know. I don't wear my makeup for more than 6 hours. So I'm literally just going to run into the Nivea now, and I literally just take a dab, like the tiniest amount, okay? And then what I do is I dab it here, 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 and here, and that's it. Like you can see, it's not a big amount. I took like the tiniest amount, and this is Nivea, so you know. I don't normally do this as a step, but like I said, because I know I'm going to be out for a while and I'm going to have all these mattifying products on my face, I am not trying to have my face out there looking crazy. So I am just going to go and do my brows, do my eyes, and then we'll jump into my base routine. Okay, right guys, so I pretty much just went in and did my eyes. My eyes will be on a later video, but I'm just going to show you guys how I do my base, like I said. So we had already went in with the Nivea cream, and by now it's all settled in. I am just going to add some primer to my face. Now, my preferred primer is the Loreal Infallible Mattifying Primer that looks like this, and we're just going to go ahead and apply that. What I do is I try to press this into my skin as opposed to rubbing it in. And as you can tell, guys, like, my face has been breaking out, like fully breaking out for the past couple of days. So you will be able to see like this. Let me just get this first before it runs all where it is not supposed to be running. Okay, so like right here, you can see my face breaking out here. And these are like old people mold according to my sister, but I had like a big spot here. And there's some up here as well. Like, I use a brush to get this primer in my face. It's just so that it settles in to my pores and get this face mattified, especially if I'm gonna be out in the hot sun. Like, I want to make sure that shit sticks and stays where it's supposed to stay. Just because I know that I'm going to be out for a while, this next step I don't always do. So I only do this step if I'm going to be out in the hot sun for a while. If I know that I'm not going to be out in the hot sun, then I would completely skip this step. So what I do after I prime my face is I go in with a translucent setting powder to set all the places that I tend to get very oily and the places that I tend to sweat the most. When I first learned about this, what I used to use was talcum powder, like Johnson's baby powder. But I have this Aoa Studio Perfect setting powder, and this is pretty much what I'm going to use to set the places, which is normally my T-zone, but you know, like under my eyes and the side of my mouth, and here, like listen, here tends to run water. Okay, so I just want to control all of that. So I'm going to go in with my Aoa translucent setting powder. I take my sponge and I go in, pick all this good stuff up, and I just press into like my under eyes, and I press that into my skin. So this is kind of like, it's kind of like baking before baking, but this step will really, you know, secure all. This will really secure like all of your sweats and all of the oils from just showing up. Because listen, I oil up here like nobody's business. And what I normally do is I just let this sit for 2-3 minutes and then I brush it away. Also, just to say, just before I brush this away, don't do this if you have dry skin. This will make you look hella crazy out there. Don't do it if you have dry skin. Also, if you have dry patches, don't do this as well. This step, skip it completely. This is not for you. I also don't recommend this method or this technique if you do have dry skin at all. Do a different routine. Make sure you moisturize. Make sure you have a dewy primer. Don't let your primer be mattifying at all. You know, if your skin tends to get really dry, you want dewy. You don't want mattifying. So I then go in with my foundation. Now, like I said, I have oily skin. This foundation right here, holy grail, okay? I also do not recommend this for dry skin. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sis, listen, get another one. This foundation, honestly, is the best foundation that I have ever had. The whole of the internet has reviewed this Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, so I really don't feel like I need to review it or tell you guys about it. Just know that it's a full coverage foundation. It is perfect for oily skin and it doesn't transfer, and she is my like best friend apart from being the wrong shade. Right, so when you're going in with your foundation, if you have you know, done that pre-setting powder phase, do not go in with a brush because it will make it streaky. Okay, it doesn't. Use a blending sponge because it kind of just melts the foundation into the setting powder that you've already laid down, and it just makes it look nice and blended. after our foundation, the next thing we do is our concealer. And this is the Revolution Conceal and Define C13. Like, if you've watched my channel, you would know that this is my concealer. Like, I had to order some more of these babies. And I'm just going to go in the places that I want to highlight. Okay, so this is how I would normally put the concealer on my face. This is all the places that I want to highlight, and I would let this sit for 2 to 3 minutes just so that the concealer can get a bit thick. Also, I do not contour my nose because I don't feel like I need to contour my nose. I don't feel like I have a big nose. You know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with big nose people, but you know, I don't feel like I need to chisel that down and make it look all, you know, sharp and shit. I don't do it, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to do it. If you want to do it, you do it, but I just don't. Right, so while I'm letting that get thick, what I normally do then is go in with my Aoa Sculpt FX contour stick. It twists up, and then I just go in to contour the places that I feel like I need color back in my face. So I normally do this just to know that I need to go slightly above here. Looks like a fish. Okay, stop it. Right, okay, so I just literally go here, here, and here, and here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blending sponge, and I am just going to press that in so it spreads. Now I'm going to go back in with my pink beauty blending sponge, and I'll blend out the concealers. Start here, and I look up just to make sure that my concealer goes right up to my eyes, just because when I go to do my the bottom of my eyes, I just want to have that base there set for my shadows. Right, okay, so we have finished blending our concealer and our contour in. Our next step is to go in with our setting powder. Now, our setting powder is basically just to keep, you know, everything in place, you know, stopping our sweat glands from just going stupid, and also our oils, you know, it's there for a bit of control. The Cover FX is the best one that I've used. So I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to go in and set my base. Right, so this is the stage where I normally now go in and finish the bottom of my eyes. So I am literally going to go off and do that right now, and I'll be back in a second. Right, so I've finished my eyes and I'm just now going to go in and brush away all of the excess setting powder that I've got in place already. Okay, so my next step is the like an overall set-in of my face, and I do this with the Milani Earth Glow 5. Right, so the next step that I'm going to do is set my face, and this is with the NYX matte finishing spray. I would highly recommend the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, but for some reason I can't find it anywhere. So I'm going in with my NYX. Right, so my next step is the blush, and this is the Malibu Glitz one. And I am just going to place my blush right between my contour, my setting powder, concealer. The second to last thing that I'm going to do is my highlight. This is the Nubian by Juvias Place Loose Highlighter. And this is in the shade Nefertiti. I'm just going to put on my lipstick, and that will be me completed. I'll be back in a second. Right, okay guys, so my base is completely finished, and this is basically what it looks like. Yeah, so that's my base routine. I hope you guys liked it. I will catch you in my next one, but before I go, just thank you guys. I can see like my little channel growing, and like I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So I will catch you in my next video, guys.